Now only a ghost of their former selves, Dorset's lost railways once provided a thriving network. Now severed by development, many will never return to rail use. Some have been lucky preserved survivors. Many, though, are abandoned and relenting back to nature, their routes can barely be discerned. But their former trains spread the seeds of blindside trees and created green corridors. Used by aviators as navigational landmarks, their routes are revealed from the air. With ever-growing pressure on our road networks, some are making a comeback as trailways for walkers, cyclists and horse riding. Campaigners, councils and supporters are coming together to relink their severed track beds once more. We take you on an aerial journey of the remains of some of Dorset's trailways and glide along the landscape in which they pass. And we take a look back in time and discover ghosts of the past along the way. This is a journey of the Castleman Trailway as it stands in 2021.
The railway began in 1844 when Charles Castleman, a prominent solicitor in Wimborne Minster, proposed a line from Southampton via Ringwood to Dorchester. The railway line was nicknamed Castleman's Corkscrew owing to its meandering route. Broadstone station was opened in 1847 by the London and South Western Railway. The junction layout is seen in this 1958 signal box diagram. In this video we journey along the London and South Western Railway route to Wimborne. Looking south from the Broadstone station site today, the route in from Poole can still be discerned, much of it turned into the Broadstone Way main road. The station site itself has been erased by the Broadstone Leisure Centre. Only one original structure remains, seen on the right of this photograph, formerly the Railway Hotel, now known as the Goods Yard Pub. After closure in 1965, some of the station buildings were rescued, being dismantled brick by brick and reassembled at Medstead and Foremark Station on the preserved Midhants Railway. Over the years, the station was renamed no fewer than 6 times before, in 1956, it was simply known as Broadstone. We cross the former junction with the Somerset and Dorset Railway seen branching off to the left, which has also become a trailway. More of this can be seen in part 2 of our video. Having cleared the junction, we can open the regulator to steam on, veering northeast, skirting Broadstone Golf Course towards Wimborne. Approaching Oakley Hill, the railway tunnels under the A349 trunk road. The track bed has largely been turned over to a housing estate here, and the trailway is temporarily diverted off to the left. The railway crosses the Oakley Parish Road, but more of a lane now. This crossing was very controversial. The landowner of Canford Manor at the time, William Ponsonby, and later bought by ironmaster Sir John Guest, were members of Southampton and Dorchester Railway Board. They have both been influencing the railway's construction at Wimborne for their own interests, almost succeeding to have Wimborne Station built at the bottom of their estate, well away from the town centre itself. But the main sticking point was the proposal to build a level crossing on the lane, which Guest had planned to upgrade to an ornate carriage drive to the manor. The manor had been remodelled by Charles Barry, architect of the Houses of Parliament. After a decade-long struggle, Guest was appeased by the railway by consenting to the construction of Bridge No. 77. Barry designed the bridge in 1853 to look something like the triumphal arches which often guarded grand country estates, impressing on visitors and passers-by the owner's wealth and rank. Adorned with the family's coat of arms, the bridge is one of the most highly decorated railway bridges in the UK and has been Grade 2 listed since 1991. In addition, Oakley Lodge Gatehouse was provided at a cost of £259, which was not a huge sum of money to buy off a wealthy landowner, especially when that individual was a railway director. The lodge is now a private dwelling, and by the wording on the adjacent gate to the lane, it seems to suggest some form of railway service was being provided to the estate, but there was no official station here. Canford Manor has since become a private school. We approach the site of the girder bridge that carried the railway over the River Stour, commanding outstanding views. Situated just to the north of the Stour, the station site is now occupied by Wimborne Market. In the distance, the line can be seen peeling away to the northeast towards West Moors, Verwood and onward to Ringwood. We've reached our destination for now to enjoy the glorious winter views of a very flooded River Stour. In part 2 we'll explore the other arm of Castleman's Corkscrew from Broadstone to join the famous Somerset and Dorset line to Sturminster Marshall, named by the railway as Bailey Gate.